What's up guys? So today another video, and because of the Philippine lockdown or community quarantine, I would be making a video because I'm so bored. So I'm gonna walk you into the task and assignments our professors have given us. So I'll be sharing a bit of progress and what I'm doing, and maybe share a bit of what I've learned as a first year architecture student. Let's go! So I put on glasses because I can't really see, so I'm not glaring at you guys. So the first thing I've looked into when I got into architecture is, should I be good at drawing? So from what I've seen you don't really need to be good at drawing, but it's a skill that would benefit you. So usually in architecture, you would be using rulers, triangles, compasses, stuff like that to aid you in your drafting. But in some minor subjects, they would require you to freehand draw. We actually have I don't know if it's a major or minor subject, but we call it VisTech, which is an abbreviation for visual techniques. And they would teach us or have us draw or paint or use colored pencils. So they would teach us to how to render, basically how to use different materials or mediums to render our drawings. And let's say theories of architecture, sometimes they would have us like illustrate some of the theories, like color theories. So there, color theories, illusions, how to perceptions, stuff like that. So another thing is architecture materials. So when buying materials, of course, the basic necessities are the T-square, the triangles, the circle templates, furniture templates, stuff like that. For the technical pens, which is these, or actually these, I'm gonna show you my pens. Oh, got lots of stuff in here. So these, so the technical pens, actually when it was our orientation, the teacher told us, or the professor told us, to buy points 1 to 9, points 1 to 8 actually. So I bought the points 1 to 8. So those points, or this, like for example this point 4, there's like points in, it's like the tip of your tech pen. So this is, I'll show you the difference. So this is like number 4. So this is 0.8. Sorry, it's kind of dirty. So it's much fatter than 0.4. Let's put them together. See there. So these points, or these lines, have a corresponding light weights. They correspond to certain parts of the your building. Let's say 0.6 for the walls, 0.4 for the windows, or 0.2 for the windows, 0.1 for the dimension lines. So these have corresponding uses. So I'm regretting buying all of it because I actually just use 0.1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. I only use them because we actually have this rule where, like, to show like line ways, to show like the difference between them, we go odd or even numbers. I usually use the even numbers. So the odd numbers, I don't really use them. So it's just a waste of money because a full set of the pens, the odd and even pens, are like 2,000 or something. So I don't really know what to do with them. So anyway, consider first what you actually need instead of like hoarding all the things, because one way or another you won't be using them much. Because I don't know yet if I would still be using this up until my 5th year, because I know we will be like using AutoCAD, so we'll be more on computers and stuff, or maybe I'll be more inclined to using the computer or the laptop. A good thing to practice is time management. A reason why architecture students get no sleep is because they usually cram. I've tried cramming on my first plate and I actually didn't sleep for 10 hours. Though that's not like a big deal, but that's the first time I haven't slept for like the longest time that I haven't slept. So I started at 10 p.m. That's the end of my classes, because I was I had a night schedule, so my classes start at 12 o'clock or something and ended at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So I started my plate around 10 o'clock because I ate, of course. So I started at 10 o'clock p.m. and then that was like continuous work from the site development plan up until the sections. So I was awake for 10 hours and I didn't sleep, eat, or took a bath. I didn't took a bath, so I passed my plate. It's a good thing I live in a dorm, so my dorm is actually inside the school, so plus points for me, easier access or something like that. Our passing was, I think, 8 something, 8:30 I think, so I've slept for an hour at least, and I woke up at around 8:15 I think, and I was like so panicked I didn't even wash my face or brush my teeth. I just stood up abruptly and took my plate, wore some shoes, and just went out the door. So yeah, so to avoid stuff like that, manage your time properly. If you can like do bits of your work, like in one day just do the site development, or do site development and the floor plan and then color it the next day or stuff like that, render it. So just do your work early as much as you can. Do your work early. But sometimes when you don't have, or you have too much requirements and it's so hard to balance your plates with other of your works, you can't really, so sleep deprivation is a part of architecture. A lot of my classmates have decided to drop out of architecture because I don't know, various reasons. I'm not close with some of them, but from what I've seen from what I've observed, some of them just can't keep up with the assignments, the submissions, stuff like that. So it really discourages them from the course. And some of them are health issues. If you're like very anemic or stuff, I don't know, your body is weak or you can't handle too much stress, no sleep, no eat, you can't eat much, stuff like that. If your body can't handle that, I'm not sure I can recommend architecture, but I'm not really an expert, so I don't know. So to list some of the reasons, one of them I talked to, he dropped out of architecture because he has health issues, and the other is they can't keep up with architecture, and some of them, they just tried architecture but it isn't really what they want. What else? Some of them are not happy with architecture because, I don't know, maybe the pressure of not keeping up with their classmates, or feeling that your designs aren't enough, like they aren't really up to your expectations and stuff like that. So expect like some of your classmates to be like better than you at planning or drawing, rendering, stuff like that. So instead of like bringing yourself down or discouraging yourself, try to talk to them and ask how to improve or ask tips from them, because I do lack some skills in spatial planning, and I've been, how do you call this? I've been complimented with my drafting skills. I draft very cleanly. This is what they say. But my planning, my designing, stuff like that, I think I lack. So if this video isn't that long, I'll be showing you guys my works.